In today's video, we find out what happens when an NPC army meets Fletcher Kane and his army inside of Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 2. If you guys are new around here, roughly 98% of you guys that watch aren't already subscribed. It'd mean the world to me if you guys could press it and hit that subscribe button. And if you've been living underneath some sort of rock and you're unaware, inside a toy box, I've added in all of the new exotics. So if you want to go and try them out after this video, all you got to do is search for the word toy or use the map code on screen, pop in, and you can try out all them exotics. And if you've been living underneath some sort of crazy big rock, Mortal Kombat has got a bunch of new skins inside of Fortnite now. If you're copping any of them, don't forget to pop in code POST. Some of these are absolutely amazing. Hashtag Epic Games Partner. I love some of these, and Scorpion, for example, is amazing. So if you are buying any, don't forget code POST, enter it in to support me further. There's roughly about 500 people using it, so if we can get to 1,000, that would mean the world. So the plan for today's video was to locate 4 NPCs and take them over to the location of Fletcher Kane and his army. So we decided to hire 4 NPCs: Sub-Zero, Night Rose, Jade, and our friend over here, Kendo. Once we had hired these NPCs, we will then have to take them slowly over to the location of Fletcher Kane in enough time before the storm closes and get them to fight his entire army. It's going to be tight, but it's possible. His army will include obviously Fletcher Kane and the 2 alpha variants, being the Heavy and the Guard. We're going to keep it as realistic as possible. If you were to do this in a normal squads game, you'd only be hiring 4, so that means we're not going to be getting Brutus this time. He also wasn't available when we recorded this. So first off, jumping in, we've got the location of Jade. I'm going to go and grab her first. She just spawns outside, or just on the edge of Mass Meadows, so I should be able to grab her. And to grab her, I need to grab myself some gold. Because we're in custom games, gold is 0. You can see it on my right over there. Gold is 0, not just for me, but for all my teammates as well. So to get some gold really quickly, I've got to go in the vault, get it open, and survive. I cannot take too much damage, otherwise I'm not going to be able to get enough gold, and eventually after a little bit of time I break into the vault and get access to that gold to be able to hire Jade. You can get the gold dead easily. As you guys know, gold is super easy to get this season from any of the vault locations. It provides a good value of gold, which is so useful and handy, which you can use. A few different breakages on different pillars and different, I guess, storage units over here gives you a ton of gold. I think you need around 400 to 800 to hire this season. It's quite expensive, but I've got myself 1,000 just to make sure. So I grabbed myself a Cybertruck, heading over to the location of Jade's spawn, who's just over here outside on the meadows, and you'll find her by this little hut, and that's how I'm going to hire her for this boss meet. So let's get out, let's hire Jade up and take her over to the location of Fletcher Kane. While this is going on, my teammates are clearing out the Fletcher Kane POI. There we are. Jade has been hired for 800 gold. Let's get moving, Jade. We've acquired her. So she'll just jump into the car. NPCs are really handy like that. They just jump in and you've got her rolling. While this was taking place, my teammates were going to grab Sub-Zero. Now Sub-Zero is the same again. He spawns in a vault situation. You don't want to get eliminated by any of the grunts. You don't want them to take you out, so watch out for them geezers. But while you're in here, you can grab the gold. That's what I'm doing here. So I'm going to grab a bunch of gold again, farming it over at Lone Wolf Lair, which is the closest POI to Sub-Zero. I grab myself around 800 gold and head over to the spawn location of Sub-Zero. I can do that by grabbing myself a vehicle and driving over to Sub. He's just over on this far side over here. You usually find him just around the corner up on this hill. You can see him up there. And again, we can hire Sub-Zero and take him over to the location of Boss Fletcher Kane. Okay, Sub-Zero, let's get you here hired. There we are for 500. After I've hired Sub-Zero, I then went over to go and hire obviously the Night Rose. The Night Rose still spawns in her usual POI up on the top right by the Demon Dojo POI, so you can go and grab her up there. She also spawns next to Jones. So I got myself a bunch of gold from the Seaport City Vault, which is the closest to her. Head over to the Demon. Now she's sadly taken a little bit of damage in the storm, which can be a little bit annoying, but hopefully we should be able to heal her as we go through with a few different, I guess, I'm looking for splashes, but I've not got any right now, but there are some splashes around. Our teammates should have some back over there when they're clearing the POI, so it should be okay. And obviously Jade also does splash as well, so these will all be able to be healed in the fight. So come on, get in the little truck there. So we've got Night Rose in. Let's move over with Night Rose. There we are in our Cybertruck. Oh, just hit the tree slightly. So let's take her over to the location of Mass Meadows. And eventually we'd arrived at Mass Meadows and we've hired 3 of them. In this footage, I haven't got any footage of getting Kendo. My teammates have done that, and now we are over at the Mass Meadow location. We've got ourselves one of the little heal things, which are going to come in super handy, and all we've got to do now is clear the POI fully and then get Fletcher Kane to spawn in. So Fletcher Kane will spawn in over here. I'm going to direct Night Rose over here to get her in a little bit of cover, and then we're going to get Fletcher Kane rolling once we do activate the vault. All we've got to do is activate the vault, and then Fletcher Kane's army will appear in this POI. So here we have it. We have all 4 NPCs. We've got Sub-Zero, Night Rose, Jade, and Kendo ready to go. We activate the vault, and here they come, the wave and army of the Alpha Henchmen. These are the guards, the original Wave 1 guys, the guys that are pretty weak. They can be taken down quite easily, and you can see even Kendo gets a little snipe in nicely there. We've got Sub-Zero over on this far side over here. Kendo ready with his sniper for anything to come next. Wave 1 has been taken out. The vault is slowly opening. However, these will not be shooting the vault, so they're going to have to fight every. You can see Sub-Zero goes straight in onto the Alpha Heavy, trying his best to get some damage on him, while the other NPCs are fighting against one of the guards on this lower side. Alpha Heavy and Sub-Zero having a big fight in that corner. He's using his ice abilities to push him back the best he can. Sub-Zero using his SMG now when he moves the Alpha Heavy back a little bit, goes in with a few more ice attacks, moves back a little bit. Alpha Heavy trying to get some damage on Sub-Zero, but Sub-Zero's got him in locked nicely. And Sub-Zero actually gets the finish on Alpha Heavy, leading to the final wave. The third wave is now on its way, which means boss Fletcher Kane appears in the map, and you can see Sub-Zero goes straight in with his attack. There's 4 NPCs versus boss Fletcher Kane and his grunts, which will continue to spawn. The guards are going to keep coming. The Alpha guards are here. So who is going to win between these? Is it going to be the guard army, or is it going to be the NPCs? They've obviously taken a lot of damage, the NPCs, throughout the fight so far. Sub-Zero moving over to one of the guards on that far side. You've got Fletcher Kane over here versus Jade. He's going in with his pistol, missing a few shots there. Kendo is not the best with the sniper. He's only got 1 shot off so far on an actual hit. He's quite bad with the accuracy. You see the actual Fletcher Kane has switched into his pistol still. He's not in his angry mode. Kendo going in with the sniper on that far side. We've got Sub-Zero using his SMG on one of the guards. He can't seem to hit him. For some reason, Night Rose is just deciding to emo. These 2 guards are taking cover on the little side over here. Sub-Zero goes in with a lovely kick, taking one down and taking the second one and taking down both of the guards there. Nicely done. Night Rose decides to emote. Sub-Zero definitely feels like one of the stronger ones. You've got Jade on the far right behind the vault. You've obviously got Kendo going in with the sniper, and it looks like Fletcher Kane is down to himself, but he summons in a few more guards, and he summons in 4 guards in total to help him with the assistance. So the army battle now sways in Fletcher Kane's favor. Sub-Zero comes straight in and taking one down. Kendo also gets one there with a shot there with a nice little sniper. You can see Fletcher Kane is moving in a little bit closer. Jade and Fletcher Kane having a little 1v1 over here. You can see Kendo trying to take down that other guard on that left side over there. Takes him down nicely with Sub-Zero, and Sub-Zero goes straight in with a double attack onto the guard and onto Fletcher Kane. He's definitely taking the lead in this fight for his team. With the 3 other NPCs on the back, Sub-Zero trying his best to deal damage to Fletcher Kane. Fletcher Kane's going to summon in some more guards potentially, but the vault has opened, so he might be out of guard spawns and reinforcements actually. So it's going to be close now. It's going to be a 1v4, but the guards have done their damage the best they can to all of the henchmen. Fletcher Kane's now on his pistol. Sub-Zero does go in with a little attack there. Sub-Zero going in with a melee attack, double melee attack. Fletcher Kane manages to knock him back a little bit, and now he's in his rage form mode. This is when things can go a little bit crazy, because Fletcher Kane starts moving a lot quicker. You can see his movement is pretty fast. He goes in and gets a lot of damage there on Sub-Zero. Moves around with his pistol, aims on Sub-Zero, missing a few shots there. Kendo goes in for some close range sniper shots, but he's missing them entirely, and Fletcher Kane gets knocked up to where we're watching. We'll slide kick him down, and he goes back into the fight. You can see Fletcher Kane on this far side going in again on Sub-Zero with his little attack there on his roll, trying his best to deal damage to Sub-Zero. The 4 NPCs are still going strong and are still standing in this fight, which I was surprised about. Fletcher Kane takes down Sub-Zero, and there goes one. So one of the henchmen have gone, and Sub-Zero is down. It's now Fletcher Kane versus 3 NPCs. Can he do enough damage to take down a few of these? Let's see how Fletcher will do. He's rolling around on this far side, trying his best to dodge as many bullets as possible. He's going in with his heavy there, trying to deal some damage. Is he going to go back into his melee form? He does. He's going to chase down Night Rose over here, dealing some damage, trying to hit the hand cannon there, but unfortunately misses. That was unlucky. The Mammoth Pistol, should I say. Obviously, Night Rose is moving her way on the right side. You've got Kendo over here and Jade on this left side. Night Rose and Fletcher Kane are in a close combat situation. He keeps using his Mammoth when he should really be using his melee, because he's more likely to hit with that. You can see with the roll attack, goes for another howl there. You can see Jade on the far side over here going in with a few shots. You've got Kendo trying to hit the sniper, but he's just not actually hitting it. Fletcher Kane's rolling around, trying his best to dodge as many attacks as possible, and luckily, just like that, Jade gets the final shot on Fletcher Kane and gets the victory.